Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today we are talking about pencil sharpeners because I get asked this a lot. I usually leave it in the description of every video, but I know it's tedious to look at the description, so I thought I would just make a video. What pencil sharpeners do I use and recommend? There are three that I use constantly, and these are the only three I would ever recommend. So, makes it simple. Let's start. First, we have the Dahle 133. Usually stays up here in my art office, though I do bring it downstairs on occasion. Over the past few years, this has gained kind of a following. It used to be like an $11 purchase, and now it's more like $19 to $20. So thank you for all of us showing you guys this and making it high in demand. Should have kept it a secret. But what I like about this is it's a hand crank, and then of course that gives you more control. Let me see if I can pull out a pencil. So you just pull it on out, sharpen away. It gives you a beautiful point. I mean, it's a great sharpener. You don't lose a lot of lead, which is important. Now, people seem to confuse lead loss and wood loss, two different things. Some sharpeners will remove the wood and quite a bit of it, but not necessarily the lead. Lead is what you're paying for, wood is just there to hold it. So keep that in mind. I actually have a video showing this one, which is the Afmat. Now this is the electric sharpener I use, and I have a video on this one that I will try to remember to link because I had quite a few comments about how it chewed up pencils when in reality it did not. So I actually did a video to show you how to, one, use this properly, and two, show you how it was taking off wood, not lead, to sharpen your pencil. There's a big difference. So this one's electric. Now what I like about it is that it does have an automatic stop. However, I don't actually sharpen in this till it reaches that automatic sharpening. Instead, I pop it in, and then I let it go and pull it out for a minute and check. Not done. See, now that's a good point right there. If I wanted to go all the way to the automatic stop, I can do that, and I'll just let you hear what it sounds like when it hits that. See how it make whir and then stopped? That was the automatic stop. But often you only need it to go around 2 to 4 times to sharpen it, and you get a nice sharpened point. Like I said, you can watch the video for me like showing you exactly how it doesn't take off a ton of lead. I have it all measured out and everything. So you can save that one for another day. And then I will leave links to these in the description below. But this I use a lot, as you can see. And I have had this for a few years now. I've tried quite a few other electric sharpeners and nothing beats this. It can handle quite a bit, all the way up to my square brute fooners, all my Derwent pencils that are chunky monkey. I honestly don't think there's a pencil that can't fit in here. Same with this one. The Dahle can take all of my wider pencils and square pencils. Now the last one is a Dahle. I like to use my Dahle when my Prismas are starting to get a little bit short and I just don't have the space to sharpen them. Often I will tape them together so I can just keep sharpening in my Afmat, or I'll use the Dahle, but eventually when you pull out the Dahle to put a pencil in, you need so much of it sticking out for it to work. So when I get down to the itty bitty and I'm using a pencil extender or something, I use Dahle. Or if I want the sharpening that you get with a factory Prisma, which is like this, the Dahle on setting 1 will give you this kind of shorter sharpen rather than the long sharpen like this. So this is also what I take when I'm traveling. So back when I used to travel for work, this little thing went with me. And I really like it because it sharpens great, it's very reliable, it fills up pretty quickly, but that's not a big deal. Now this is just sharpened the way it would be with this point that you get from the manufacturer. Now if I wanted to do a more like what I get from my Dahle or Afmat, you have the option to go on the dial. I have a clear model, so it's not the best one to show, but it's actually the cheapest one at the time. So if I move it to 4, and yes, you should move the sharpener and not the pencil, but I refuse to follow the rules. So watch me sharpen the wrong way. But once you get used to sharpening the wrong way, it's really hard to go and try the right way. I perfected the art of doing it wrong. Alright, so there you go. That's number 4. 5 would make a longer point. This takes very little lead and wood. In fact, take a look. It's more wood shavings. Got some junk down here, but see how they're nice long shavings too? That means your blade isn't dull. The one problem with Dahle is, 1, you only have this tiny little well, so it's going to fill up a lot faster. But 2, the blades do go out pretty quick, and you can't replace them like you could with a comb. I like comb. I just don't love with those, so I don't use them very often. What I do with the Dahles is I usually wait for them to go on sale, sometimes in 2 packs, sometimes in 1 pack. I wait to see which one is cheaper, and then I buy them in whatever color happens to be on sale. I ended up getting a 2-pack of clear ones for like $8 total. So just put them on like your wish list and keep an eye on them, and just look at all the varieties. If you're going to be picky on color, or if you have to have the teal or the purple or the pink, well then you'll probably spend more. Me, I just wait for it to go on sale and grab whatever color is on sale that month. And yes, this is what I always have nearby for 1, Prismas that are too short, or 2, when I'm traveling. Now, like I said, the blade does go out quickly on, I shouldn't say quickly, just quicker than you'd be used to with like a higher end sharpener. There. Because I've had this same one for probably a year now, but I haven't been coloring as much either, so. And then I've been using these, so keep that in mind. But either way, it goes out quicker than you would normally expect, but it's a cheap little sharpener. But yeah, so just keep that in mind. And then also, it is a narrow opening. I mean, the Prisma fits in there, but you can't really do fat pencils in here, and you definitely cannot fit a square pencil. So it is limited on what it can sharpen, but it's great if you have a little nub or you're traveling. So yeah, those are the sharpeners I recommend and I use. I've been using all of these for years. And I've tried multiples. In fact, I have an entire box of sharpeners. And that is like my sharpener graveyard, because none of those sharpeners get used. I have Coombs, I have Staedtlers, I don't know what the other ones are. Same with electric, I have Jarlink and a few others I've given to the kids. These are the ones I use and have been using for years, and I will never stray from these babies. Now my first Dahle 133 broke. Not sure how, because it's a crank sharpener and that just doesn't normally happen. But this one has lasted me a while, so I must have just gotten a dud. But yeah, all 3 of these are worth the investment. They have done great with my Prismas, which are notorious for breaking while sharpening. So if you're a Prisma fan, or you like pencils that are fragile like Prismas, then these 3 are definitely Prisma approved by someone who uses Prismas a lot. But that hopefully answers the question, because I've been receiving it a lot lately about sharpeners, and I just wanted to show you guys in a quick video which 3 I use. So you can either go with the Dahle, which is a crank sharpener, Dahle hand sharpener, Afmat, which is electric and does have to be plugged in. They do have a battery operated model. I did not like the way it performed compared to this one, so I'm linking to this one specifically. Keep that in mind. But those are what I use and recommend and have used for years. So hopefully that helps answer that question. And as always, if you ever have other questions similar to this, leave it in the comment below. And when I see enough of that same question, I tend to make a video like this. So until next time, take care. Bye now.